You're watching Showroom 18 and this is our comparison video of the Lumia 535 versus the Lumia 435. We will look at the pros and cons of each device and help you to work out which of the two is better suited to your own lifestyle. In this video, both phones are running Windows 8.1. The 535 has a 5-inch screen and a resolution of 540 by 960 and a pixel density of 220, while the 435 has a 4-inch screen with a resolution of 480 by 800 and a pixel density of 233. The 435 is thicker and smaller than the 535. Both phones have the front camera, ear speaker, the power key, volume buttons, micro USB slot, headphone port, main camera and speaker in the same place. The difference now is on the 535 there is a flash, a 5 megapixel camera on both the front and back, and the microphone is located here. The 435 has the microphone slot located here with a bigger speaker on the back, no flash, with a 2 megapixel camera on the back and a 0.3 megapixel camera on the front. Both devices let you remove the backing to add your micro SD card and micro SIM card, with the option of removing the battery. Both phones have 8GB of internal storage, which you are left with less than half of that, around 3.11GB from when starting up, and the option to add up to 128GB through a micro SD card. Both phones have a 1.2 GHz Snapdragon 200 processor with 1GB of RAM, but the 435 is a dual core and the 535 is a quad core. The connectivity features both phones have are as follows: Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, FM radio. The 535 also has DLNA. The sensors are as follows: proximity sensor, accelerometer and ambient light sensor. From switching on the devices at the same time, the 535 loads up a few seconds faster than the 435. The touchscreen sensitivity is higher on the 435 and it will swipe through the screens faster, but the screen does get fingerprints and smears easily. The 535 sometimes is not very responsive, but I only came across this a few times. It has a better viewing angles and a level of contrast in comparison. Games also load up faster on the 535, but only a couple of seconds, and have a slightly better frame rate. When looking straight on at the screens, there is more vibrancy to the colours on the 435, but the 535 appears to look sharper even though it is stretched out over a bigger screen with a similar resolution to the 435. Now we are just going to look at the quality of the images and videos. We have gone over the list of camera features in more detail in the individual reviews of each phone, which both phones have exactly the same options and settings. The only difference is the 435 has no flash, so that option is crossed out. As you can see in these images, the 535 has a better level of colour in comparison to the 435 and the images come out more sharper. Both cameras do have focus issues at times, which can cause blurry shots, and the 535 is not always consistent, resulting in some pixelated looking images. In comparison, the 535 has a better camera than the 435. In video mode, the 435 is at 800 by 448 and the 535 is at 848 by 480, both capturing 30 frames per second. As you will notice here, both of the phones struggle to stay steady during video mode. This is the sound quality of the Lumia 535 and this is the sound quality of the Lumia 435. The alert and ring volume is much louder on the 435 even though it is a smaller phone. Games perform better on the 535, have less lag, and the front and back camera is much better for video calls and photos. Both phones come very close to one another and would make for a good secondary work phone or first time Windows phone. I would say the 435 is better if higher performing games, videos and camera functions is not a priority to you and you want a phone that is more compact, has a loud ring volume and is built for the basic phone and office-based applications. The 535 is good if you want an affordable phone with the same basic functions as mentioned already, but with a slightly bigger screen for a better view of documents and emails, with a 5-megapixel front and back camera for Skype calls. We hope this video has helped you see the pros and cons of each device to work out which phone is more suited for you. If you want to watch more in the individual reviews of each of the phones, there is further information such as what is on the phone and my personal experience with the handsets. The links for the videos are in the description, or you can click on the annotation.